Evening, guys. Well, this is a sudden bit of inspiration. Anybody that follows my channel knows that I tend to regularly upload one at the weekend and one video sort of midweek. That's the normal me. And I do have a few in the pipeline ready to go. But I've just been inspired, shall we say. I've just watched a video from a friend of mine, Scott, who is on YouTube as Oscar Outdoors. I'll stick a link to his channel, maybe the actual video I'm talking about, in the description below. And he was talking about his experience of having the Cov-19 vaccine. Very interesting. He had not a bad reaction, but it did make him a bit unwell for a short while. And it made me sort of think about it, really. Anybody that knows me knows I am generally quite anti-vaccine. I've always been someone that prefers my own immune system to just get on with it and deal with stuff. But since I had my leukemia diagnosis, and of course then I went on to having my chemotherapy, it's knackered my immune system. I can't rely on that anymore. And I was strongly advised to basically have the vaccine. Now this caused a bit of a problem with me. Always been quite anti that type of thing. But when I weighed up the pros and cons, it basically come down to this. If I catch COVID-19, it's going to make me very ill. Chances are it might be game over. If I take the vaccine, although I'm not a fan of them, especially in this case, because I do feel it's been rushed and sort of pushed through a little bit. I know they're saying it's safe, and I'm sure they've done all the tests and whatever, and it probably is safe as far as they know. My only one concern in that is, of course, as it's so new, they don't know how safe it is long term. What's going to be the case in 5-10 years time is going to be long term effects. Nobody knows. But for me personally, I had to weigh it up. COVID-19, I'm in big trouble. Take the vaccine, I might be in trouble, but probably not. Long term, who knows? But if I had COVID-19, I wouldn't have a long term. That's the plain and simple truth of it. So I was offered the vaccine, let's have a think, 5 days ago. And I went and got my first injection. Obviously, it's a two-step thing. And I had the Oxford AstraZeneca type 1. Yeah, simple procedure, in and out in no time at all. All safety protocols taken care of. Wasn't a problem. And as much as after effects, shall we say, I had it about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. By mid to late evening, I was a bit sleepy, but that might have been coincidence. I did have a big sleep that night, slept really, really well, which was great. And by the next morning, a little bit stiff in the muscle where they put it in, but not excessive, a little bit tender, but that's the same with any injection. By a couple of days later, wouldn't know I've had it. So at this point, no side effects. Yeah, absolutely fine. So it was an awkward decision for me, anyway, being sort of anti-vax, let's put it that way. But I think I made the right decision because of my circumstances. What can we say? If you'd offered it, should you take it? If you have medical problems that, you know, the COVID-19 situation is going to make even worse, I would say, yeah, definitely. Just do it. It's just not worth the risk in some ways. If you're fit and healthy, I don't know. I'm still of the mind, if I was the old me, you know, 5 years ago, shall we say, I wouldn't have taken it. Because I think my immune system was probably good enough to at least cope with it, or at least I hope so. Who knows? Who knows without actually finding out? I know a lot of people have had COVID-19 and they've had nothing worse than a bad cold type situation. Hey, some even don't even know they've got it. But there again, of course, on the flip side, some people are really ill and have died. You don't know. You really don't know. So if you have any doubts, I would say err on the side of caution and take it, to be perfectly honest. You know, sometimes it's just not worth playing the Russian roulette unless you are really fit and healthy. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you my views on it. Not a video I ever thought I'd make. Right up until, I don't know, two months ago, maybe less, I was still adamant that I wouldn't have it. But when the new strain came into our area, which seemed to be a little more dangerous, spread easier, etc., etc., and then speaking to my consultant, and he said, really, you should take it. I trust the guy. It's as simple as that. So I have. Let's see what happens. Nothing, hopefully. Okay, guys, I know it's a bit random, but yeah, thanks for watching.